Good evening, guys and girls. Hope we're all well. We are in Greenwich town, and we are going for an early evening tour of St Alfege's Church. I think I've pronounced that correctly. Let's see. This is your church. Welcome to St Alfege Church, the Anglican parish church of Greenwich and a key part of London's history. There has been a church here since 1012, offering a place of worship and refuge. Please come and look around both inside and out to see what you might find. I've not caught this one open yet, so I'll have to look at its opening times. Right. I'll start around the other side because I always like to work my way around. I have a certain way of doing things. Got a decent bit of architecture on these as well, so I wanted to catch that. My last churchyard live was quite long. I will try and keep them as short as I can. In memory of John Roan, who by his will, dated the 16th of March 1643, bequeathed certain lands in Greenwich for the educating and clothing poor town's children of that parish. He died AD 1644 and lies buried near this spot. The foundation, which bears his name, is his best monument. Before the welfare state, it was the rich that generally fed and clothed the poor. And in areas like London and big city areas, when things really got going, industrial revolution, and at the end you had the workhouses, and the word charity didn't even exist in those. Saying that, well, they were really harsh, but they graded people in the workhouses of deserving poor, which was someone who'd become old or sick through no fault of their own, and idle poor, which was someone who was poor, just didn't want to work, that was lazy basically. The deserving poor got the best of care, which was very basic, and the idle poor was they were treated accordingly. They booked no passengers in those days. A temple. The church you see today was built between 1712 and 1714. Its designer, Nicholas Hawksmoor, was trained by London's most famous architect, Sir Christopher Wren, and was mainly inspired by early Christian churches in Greece and the Middle East. The main entrances are at the sides and the back, but this is the most impressive here. Hawksmoor combines the striking Baroque style with architecture of ancient Greece and Rome. The columns and drum-shaped altars resemble a temple. They did like their Baroque and Roman architecture and all that. Wonder what's in there. Oh, that goes down into the crypt. What have we got? Yeah, I'll show you that. Most interesting. Turn that off. It's gone off. Sorry about that. I had to check the flash was off. Right. This is a churchyard tour, so we'll start here with our ex-parishioners. Widow of the above, who departed this life in April the 11th, 1778. Aged 77 years. The rest above's all worn away. Mr. Charles Wright of this parish, who departed this life something January 1817, aged 40 years. So Rosina Susanna Sarah Wright, daughter of the above, who departed this life, and the rest is worn away. It looks like March. No, it's 18 something, but it's gone. I'll mainly pick out the ones that I can see good inscriptions on. To the memory of Alexander Mankin of this parish, who departed this life the 8th of September 1838, aged 10 years. That is 10 years, isn't it? Yeah. And as you can see, the rest of it is worn away. Something of this parish died October the 3rd, 18. That looks like 80. In her 87th year. Buried at Churchyard. And then at the bottom it's Alexina, sorry. Sarah Alexina. Sacred to the memory of Harriet, wife of Mr. John looks like Lancet, who departed this life. The rest of that's worn away, so I won't try too much with that one. Sacred to the memory of Mr. William Henry Stonewell, November 1855. The rest of that one's gone. It's quite an elaborate one over this side, so I'll catch this one first. Sacred to the memory of Sir James Creed, Knight, and of Dame Mary Creed, his wife. It's very worn away, that one. She died in February 1762, aged 67 years. No, sorry, he died in February 1762, aged 67 years, and she died in October following, aged 53 years. In the same vault are placed the bones of their children. That one's well worn away. So they've got a knight and a dame there. Obviously it's a churchyard to us, but I will try and catch some of the architecture of the church because it is nice. Right. Let's see what we've got here. Those ones are pretty much worn away by the looks of them. This one isn't. Sacred to the memory of William Gosselin of this parish, who departed this life 8th of September 1844, aged 44 years. Also Mrs. Anne Gosselin, the beloved wife of the above, who died 21st of December 1853, aged 52. Let's go. Something merciful, thy days are ended, all thy morning days below, to by angel guards attended, to the sight of Jesus go, way into receive thy spirit, is thy saviour, stands above. And it's got also Mrs. Clara Jane Caldery, the beloved daughter of the above, who died the 14th of December 1855, aged 15 or 13 years. That's one away. For the joy he sets before thee, bear momentary pain, died to live a life of glory, suffer with thy Lord to reign. It's got also Edmund, the youngest and dearly loved son of the above, William and Anne Caldery, who died the 14th of October 1905, aged 72 years. Sleep on, beloved, and take thy rest. I know, I nearly fell over then. I know a few of my churchyard tours have been very popular with you guys and girls, so I'll start doing more of them. Sacred to the memory of Mr. John Young of this parish, died October the 20th, 1813, aged 47 years. Also, also of his children who died in their infancy. And it's got also Mrs. Anne Young, beloved wife of the above, who died January the 22nd, that looks like 1830, aged 52 years. Believed repose is gained from grace. Okay, I've never seen that one before. Mr. T.H.O.S. Thomas Pattison, who departed this life aged 37, who departed this life August 1822 in that looks like 38th year of his age. And then the rest of that's worn away, so. You can just about see writing on that, on 1799, age 71 years. Sometimes you can pick it up better on the screen than you can with your eyesight, certainly with my eyesight anyway, which isn't that great. Right, these are all the early ones. Like with most London churchyards, the headstones would have been in their original places years ago, but they've been stacked neatly along the edge. Pray for the repose of Mr. John Parson. The rest of that's very worn away. Sacred to the memory of Mr. Richard Ryder of this parish, who departed this life the 20th of January 1819, aged 65 years. Abundant Father, friend, all three in one. Nay, something is more and bones. So I'm just trying to get a bit closer to that. Abundant Father, friend, all three in one. Nay, is more and honest man is gone. Not gone forever, only gone before. For every honest man to heaven shall something, that's his reward above, belongs his praise. Hence, reader, then and in, now and latter days. Also Mrs. Elizabeth Ryder, wife of the above. It's all worn away apart from the end bit of March 1801 something. So that may well be 1819 as well, unless she was buried first and they got the headstone when he died. So that does happen sometimes, so she may have died before 1819. And you've got sacred to the memory of Mary Ann Fountain, wife of Joshua Fountain of this parish, who died January the 15th, 1827, in the 68th year of her age. She was the mother of something children who were left to mourn her. She was the mother of 5 children who were left to mourn her. Also, the above Joshua Fountain, who died May the 2nd, 1827, aged 80 years. And these old houses here are pretty much the Georgian originals that would have surrounded the church. So this little enclave of London hasn't changed much. Mr. John, that looks like Digby. He departed this life November the 23rd, 1837, aged 44. Also Mrs. Sarah Digby, or that looks like Disney. No, it's Disney. D-I-S-N-E-Y, yeah, Disney, not Digby. Widow of the above, who departed this life May the 21st, 1854, aged 58. Too worn away, those ones. And I'll give you a little view of the church, in the churchyard. Let's see what this sign says. St. Alfege Park. This park was bought by the church as a burial ground in 1716. The oldest section is to the right as you enter and was added in 1774 and again added to in 1774 and again in 1808. When the burial ground was closed in 1853, it became a space for people to walk and enjoy. So that must be more burial ground over there, so I didn't see that bit before, I must admit. May do this one in a 2-parter, guys and girls, because it can be too long otherwise. Although we're only 20 minutes, we'll see how we go. Just point it down a minute. Beautiful Hawksmoor churches. There's Hawksmoor or Hawksmoor style church along East India Dock Road. Gosh, these ones are completely worn away, apart from a little bit of writing I can see on this one. Sacred to the memory of Mr. William Snedden. The rest of that's gone. Ernest. We'll see who we've got here in this fancy one here. In a vault beneath this monument, the body of goodness, Sir John Lethieullier of Lewisham in this county. County Sheriff of London in the year 1674. So that should be easy to find his name because I cannot read the top bit. Who departed this life January the 4th, Anno Domini 1718, Atatius, which is aged 86. That's pretty good age for those days. Married Anne, eldest daughter to Sir William Hooker, Knight, Lord Mayor of London, wow, in the year 1673, by whom he had 2 sons and 3 daughters, viz. John Lethieullier. I'm going to have to read it out. Lethieullier of Aldersbrook in the county of Essex, Esquire. William, and then that name again, that's the surname, of Beckenham in this county, Esquire, who first married married to John Lethieullier of Wadden in the county of Surrey, Esquire. And then it's got afterwards to Sir William Dodwell of Sevenhampton in the county of Gloucestershire, Knight. Letitia and Leonora. That's the daughters, and that was the men they were married to. Well, that was not easy to decipher, that one, I must admit. So we've got the body of Sir John, and then the surname is Lethieullier, or Fr. Lethieullier. I think that's it. I'm not mocking. I'm trying to do the people justice with their name, but struggling with that one, I must admit. Dame Anne. Now this is clearer. Lethieullier. Lethieullier, yeah, that's the name. Died January the 3rd, Anno Domini 1702, and lies here interred. Here lies also Mrs. Leonora Lethieullier, their youngest daughter, who died November the 20th, 1717, to whose memory this monument is erected by Mrs. Letitia Lethieullier, the only surviving daughter, Anno Domini 1737, who departed this life the 1st day of January 1739, aged 76 years, and is here interred. Here also deposited William Gosselin of London, Esquire, who being connected both by blood and friendship to this family, requested that his remains might rest with theirs. He died the 26th day of January 1743, aged 77 years. Oh, that's quite sweet, really. Lethieullier. That sounds a French name, and I wonder, with that name, were they French Huguenots? So London Luke will look into that. Should we go up and can we get into that garden bit? I'm not sure if we can or not, actually. Yeah, we can. Step over. See if we can make out anything of this one. Nope. It's worn away. We're at 25 minutes. I may two-part of this one because we're coming up to the last bit now, but we've still got that park bit, which is also burial ground. I'm not sure if there's any burials in there, or gravestones. In memory of Susanna, wife of Stephen Robert Prowse, who died 7th of November 1852, aged 65 years. Also of Stephen Robert Prowse, son of the above, who died 28th of June 1848, aged 36 years. And of Joseph Cornish Prowse, also son of the above, who died the 1st of March 1819, aged 9 months. Also of Emma Prowse, daughter of the second above mentioned, Stephen Robert Prowse, who died the 16th of April 1855, aged 7 years. Sacred to the memory of Mr. Thomas Latimer or Latimer, and the rest of that is well worn away, so try not have much luck with that one. This one isn't worn away, so we've got sacred to the memory of Eliza, daughter of Thomas Browning and Sarah Susanna Hockley, late of this parish, born July the 27th, 1844, died January the 22nd, 1846. Also Mrs. Elizabeth Hockley of this parish, grandmother of the above, died January the 17th, 1853, aged 68 years. Likewise Mrs. Sarah Saunders, late of Margate, also grandmother of the above, died August the 16th, 1854, aged 64. That's a family grave. You've got the granddaughter and the two grandmothers buried together. This one looks as though someone's tried to clean it. Sacred to the memory of Robert Charles Hockley. We saw that name just now somewhere, didn't we? Yeah, there. Oh, they must be family graves. I wouldn't mind betting these ones are Hockleys as well. Hockley, who died January the 16th, 1843, aged 3 years and 9 months. Also George James Hockley, who died December the 10th, 1843, aged 5 years and 9 months. Sons of George and Elizabeth Hockley, late of Greenwich. Also John Norris, cousin to the above, who died January the 13th, 1851, aged 14 years. Mr. Robert Stanhope of this parish, who departed this life 11th of November 1839, aged 70 years. Also Mrs. Sarah Stanhope, widow of the above, departed this life June the 18th. Sorry, no, departed this life, something, 18th of December 1849, aged 81 years, rests worn away. That one's completely worn away there. Sacred to the memory of sacred to the memory of Frederick, son of Abes and Mary Ann Harvey. H-A-R-R. No, Har, the surname was. Looks like of this parish, who departed this life the 10th of November, and the year is completely worn away, in his 24th year. Also, the above mentioned Jabez Harris, the surname is not Har, it's Harris, Jabez or Jabez Harris, who departed this life the 22nd of January, that looks like 1858, aged 60 something years. Also, to the memory of Mary Ann Harris, departed this life 16th of something, 18, and the rest of that's worn away. That'll probably be his wife. And then we've got Thomas Sewell, S-A-N-U-E-L, Samuel. No, so here we go. Sacred to the memory of Thomas Samuel, son of Mr. Alexander Thomas something. Yeah, I can't read much more of that, I'm afraid. It's worn away. Ouch, my toe. Sacred to the memory of Mr. Abraham Hawkins of this parish, who died the 21st of April 18, completely worn away, in the, that looks like 79th or 19th year of his age. The rest of that's completely worn away, I'm afraid. This one looks as though it may have been repaired at some time. It's too worn for me to make out the name on that one, I'm afraid. Sacred to the memory of Thomas Knock, son of William and Elizabeth Knock, who died the 12th of November 1833, aged 52 years. It's got also his widow Mary Knock, who departed this life. It's very worn away. 1876, that looks like. Got in the looks like 92nd year of her age. To the memory of Henry Knock. No, sorry, Mary Knock, granddaughter of William Knock, who died. No, that's too worn away. Sacred to the memory of Elizabeth, the beloved wife of Mr. William Knock of this parish, who died the 23rd of June 1847, aged 58 years. Also the above named Mr. William Knock, who died the 4th of February 1856, aged goodness, that looks like 65 years. It's either 55 or 65 years. So these vault ones, they could just, like, but not to be rude or sound irreverent, but they could just put lots of people in, sacred to them. Sacred and affectionate remembrance of Agnes, the beloved daughter of Thomas and Mary Knock, who departed this life November the 2nd, 1862, aged 13 years. To the memory of Mr. William Moss of this parish, died 7th of November 1840 something, aged 76 years. These ones are quite worn. I hate stepping on graves, but I'll have to try and get near to them. Sacred to the memory of Louisa Susanna, daughter of Thomas Klein and Mary Richard of this parish, who departed this life March 22nd, 1833, aged 4 years and 3 months. Also George Benjamin, son of the above, who departed this life December the 17th, and the rest is completely gone after that. This one's gone from the top, but all you can make out is also Mrs. Mary Bride, who died 16th of February 1817, aged 35 years. Also Mrs. Mary Bride, daughter of the above, who died the 23rd of March 1816, aged 13 months. Also Thomas Bride, husband of the above Mrs. Mary Bride, and the rest's gone. William Bertaeus Inwood of this parish, who departed this life October the 22nd, 1832. And the rest of that's completely gone. It's also got here also Selina Inwood, who departed this life January the 11th, 18, and that's gone. And right at the bottom you've got the above William William Perfect Inwood. That's what his name is there, look. Memory, Mr. William Perfect Inwood. Normally when you get that, sorry, let me carry on. He departed this life May the 17th, 1850 something. It's 2-1 away. Normally when you get something like that, where you've got Mr. William Perfect Inwood, the perfect bit was sometimes the mother's maiden surname, which would, if it was a money family, one, let's say like his grandfather on his mother's side, would leave them a little bit of extra money, kind of thing, a bit of favouritism if the name was carried on. Sacred to the memory of Matilda Miriam Hentley, daughter of Robert and Matilda Huntley, of this parish, who departed this life November the 23rd, 1843, aged 3 years and 3 months. Robert Dowson of this parish, who departed this life something, 1832, aged 21 years. Alfred Dawson, their name is Dawson or Dowson. And then Sarah Dowson. Right, let's see what this says. How far are we? Oh, we're 40 minutes already, so it will be a two-part. This is your church. We looked at this book, didn't we? So right, I'll check this one out here, which I didn't check. Sacred to the memory of Mr. William Fountain, who died 27th of November 1832, aged 54 years. Also Mrs. Elizabeth Fountain, wife of the above, who died 7th of December, aged 1843, aged 69 years. Also Thomas Fountain, son of the above, who died 20th of January 1846, aged 41 years. I think there was some names on this side as well, but very worn. Sacred to the memory of Mr. George Fountain, who died November the 14th, 1850, aged 40 years. Also Mrs. Elizabeth Ann Fountain, who died June the 10th, who died June 10th, 1851, aged 29 years. Also John Thomas Fountain, who died April, looks like 2nd, 1833 or 53, aged 23 years. Right. And we are at over my half an hour time writ that I usually prefer for churchyard or cemetery lives or what's not, so I'll leave you with this one there, and I'll go and check that park out at the back. If there's more in there, I'll film them, and you'll see me there. The old boot scrape to scrape the muck off your boots. Right, take care everyone. Hope you've all enjoyed this. If you have, please give it a like and a share. Thank you.